नमस्कार। देश की सबसे बड़ी पंचायत में लोकहित पर होने वाली चर्चाओं से संबंधित कार्यक्रम संसद संवाद में आपका स्वागत है। मैं हूं अभिलाषा पाठक। राज्यसभा में भाजपा नेता सुब्रमण्यम स्वामी ने गायों की संख्या का स्थितीकरण सुनिश्चित करने और गौकशी पर मौत की सजा तक के प्रावधान करने वाला निजी विधेयक गौ संरक्षण विधेयक 2017 राज्यसभा में पेश किया।
On this bill of Dr. Subramanian Swamy, yes, there is it is an asterisk subject receiving President's recommendation. I would like to know from the Secretary General whether recommendation has been received or not.
Sir, I wish to inform that the President's recommendation for consideration of the Cow Protection Bill 2017 by Dr. Subramanian Swamy, member of the Rajya Sabha, as required under Section 1173 of the Constitution, has since been received.
Received. So that is all. That problem is all. Received.
Mr. Deputy Chairman, I rise to place before this House this bill for consideration and passing, which is a bill which has constitutional sanction for this Parliament to pass such a bill and adopt. In fact, in the concurrent list in the Constitution, the list number 17 and 17B empowers the central government to bring legislation to give effect to Article 48 of the Constitution, which, if Mr. Chairman, you permit me, I'd like to read it, because it's so explicit. Organization of agriculture and animal husbandry. The state shall endeavor to organize agriculture and animal husbandry on modern and scientific lines, and shall in particular take steps for preserving and improving the breeds and prohibiting the slaughter of cows and calves and other wild cattle. In other words, prohibition of the slaughter of cows is there in the directive principles. Now, if this is read with Article 37 of the Constitution, which comes under Part 4, application of principles contained in this part. The provisions contained in this part shall not be enforceable by any court, but the principles therein laid down are nevertheless fundamental in the governance of the country, and it shall be the duty of the state to apply these principles in making laws. So it's a direction. As an individual, I cannot go to court and say my fundamental right is being affected because you are allowing slaughter of cows. But as a government, you are directed to bring in laws in conformity with this article of the Constitution. And there are two judgments of the Supreme Court which clearly say directive principles have been regarded as the soul of the Constitution. And as India is a welfare state, they provide for guidance to interpretation of fundamental rights of citizens as also statutory rights. This is All India AIR 2015 SC 839. There's another judgment which says directive principles of the state policy lay down fundamental principles for governance of the country. And our government has been constantly talking about governance. So governance of the country, and through these principles, the state is directed to secure the control of material resources. So this is the obligation which the government ought to discharge. But since I have seen that there's been a delay, I thought I will help the government by bringing in a private member's bill, which I am thankful to this House for allowing me to move. I would also like to say this matter was debated in great detail and length in the Constituent Assembly. And there were pros and cons, but it is very significant that the Muslim members, the prominent Muslim members like Mr. Lari, all said we have no objection to a ban on cow slaughter. But the Hindus should make their mind clear, because they talk with two different voices. So let us have a clear statement of what you want. And then Ambedkar was asked to draft the compromise bill. and he then moved the amendment, and that amendment was adopted on the very last day of the Constituent Assembly meeting, which is 24th of November 1949. The cow eating was not prevalent during the Mughal period. In fact, the last Mughal empire, or the last empire that we created, was in 1857, when Bahadur Shah declared, the first thing he declared was a ban on cow slaughter. There are anecdotal information that Babur had told his son Humayun, one thing don't disturb the people on, don't allow the slaughter of cows. It's a sentimental issue which you have got to keep in mind. It is the British who made this cow cutting as a part of our regular fashionable cuisine, and that's how it became prevalent in our country. Now, therefore, I would say that why I am particularly keen is not the religious angle alone, that's a part of it, but the fact is now modern science has shown that the cow has multiple uses, and which cow? Bos indicus, as the breed name is given, that is the Indian cow. In America, they call it the Brahmin cow, which I object to. I'm sure that Jairam Ramesh also must feel, because he doesn't identify with cows, so to have a Brahmin cow, he may not like it at all. But the fact is, patents have been given for cow urine, because the urea that's produced is used in medicines, modern allopathic medicines. And in the rural areas, now with some of the new firms that have come, new institutions that have come on in Nagpur and Bhopal, our friend sitting here was chairman of one such commission which the state government had appointed. I'm sure when he speaks, he will give you much more detail. The cow dung has been converted into bricks for building solid houses. So, therefore, those westernized types who have been stooges of the British, they may snigger when I mention the cow's urine and cow dung. But the fact is that the cow milk today is being sold in American supermarket, which I have seen with my own eyes, at 4 times the price of the American Jersey cow milk. Why? Because it's called A2 milk, and they say the medicinal quality of this is far superior. And therefore, they have separate cartons in the, where they keep the milk products. So hence, I'm saying that why should we wait for modern science to tell us all this? Our ancient rishis and munis have told us this. And the reason we have also raised the cow to the level of a spiritual being is because that is the best way to protect it. I was recently in China. I was surprised to find they don't have any cows. So I asked them, then what do you do for milk? They say we use soya beans for milk. We crush it and get milk out of it. I said, what happened to your cows? They said every famine, cows were the first thing to be eaten. And then they said, you are lucky because you raised it to a religious symbol, and therefore you have so many cows. And if China also had adopted that, we wouldn't have had this problem. Therefore, this veneration of the cow is because of its justifiable qualities, special qualities. But at the same time, it also ensured that we have now 150 million cows, which now have to be nourished and made into healthy animals and to be looked after. Now, I would like to say that there is a general problem. Why I have to bring this bill is, I think not only the looking after the cows, making them into full adults and then produce milk from them, and use the urine samples for medicines, or at least you can export it if you are not in a position to do it. These are some things, one stage. But what happens to the cow once it ceases to give milk? And that's the big problem today in the rural areas. I would say we should set up gaushalas in practically every village. The expenditure for that, our government is putting cess on so many things, they can put one more cess for gaushalas, but make it optional. Say only those who want to give should pay this cess. from this cess, this whole country will be unitedly giving you much more than you will get for anything else. That is the sentiment today. That is the sentiment across the country. And this is what we want. This is part of our manifesto in the BJP. And therefore, this is something which has very wide support in the country. And also, I would like to say towards the end that because cow meat has such a high export value, and therefore we have to have an extraordinarily harsh deterrent punishment. And that punishment could be considered only deterrent if we make it that a capital punishment should be given in extreme cases of people slaughtering cows. So this is the bill, this is the structure of the bill. After hearing it, you will give me an opportunity to reply, and at that time I will cover the other grounds which I have not covered just now.
Okay, thank you.
आप बने रहिए हमारे साथ, मिलते हैं एक ब्रेक के बाद। जारी है निजी विधेयक गौ संरक्षण विधेयक 2017 पर संसद संवाद।
We have to have the holistic view towards total cow population. Cow protection encompasses the protection of the farmers, those are having the cows. We need to look at that angle, and a blind authority without any role to really execute on the ground is not going to help in any way other than highlighting and making some political statement. Let the Kamadhenu, let the cow does not become political tool, political animal.
विधेयक पर चर्चा के दौरान सांसदों ने माना कि पशुधन ग्रामीण अर्थव्यवस्था की रीढ़ है और अधिकांश गरीब और सीमांत किसानों की जीविका पशुपालन पर आधारित है। सांसद सुब्रमण्यम स्वामी ने विधेयक के जरिए देश में मौजूद 15 करोड़ गायों के संरक्षण और संवर्धन के लिए 1% स्वैच्छिक कर लगाने की मांग की। उन्होंने कहा कि इस वैकल्पिक सेस से दुधारू गाय के साथ दूध न देने वाली गायों के संरक्षण में प्रभावकारी मदद मिलेगी।
Sri Ananda Bhaskar Rapalu.
Respected Deputy Chairman, on January 30, we observed the 70th death anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, who taught to pray cow and to allow the freedom of choice of rearing, breeding, and its ongoing process. The present day agenda of the ruling party and the diversionary tactics of the parallel organizations of the ruling party is having the terrifying impact all across the country. In this backdrop, I appreciate Dr. Subramanian Swamy for bringing in this private bill for focusing the topicality of the cow protection. His intention is just for an authority, a national authority to protect cow. For that, though he is nominated in nature, but very important member of the ruling party, he could have impressed upon the union government to come with the requisite legal legislative remedies to ensure the authority and to take all the states on board for at least from the present day union government ruling party to adhere to so that the congenial and harmonious environment could be evolved within the society. I am mostly bothered about the problems of the farmers of those who are rearing cows individually. I am a regular visitor to Goshalas. In my childhood, in my family, we used to have Kamadhenu-like cows. With that reverence, we have our own attachment with the heritage and the spiritual value besides the nutritional value of cow milk and cow byproducts. Wherever you could find the big farmer, wherever you could see the dairy promotion, you will find blood-sucking like milk-sucking, milk extraction missions which are giving total ill health to the cow population. Have you ever bothered about the health of the cow that is giving milk? It has become just an agenda to divert the real issue of cow health. Cow farmers in bunches, they will also try to have the ox, and their rearing capacities will get exhausted after 3-4 levels of rebirth, and then the farmers are left with nowhere to go. Something like Nilgai-like situation in Bundelkhand. They are not able to feed them. Yes, Indian Constitution has ensured through Articles 38 and 47 for the protection and promotion of cow and animal husbandry. But have we ever ensured the non-milking cows to be taken care of? The member who has moved the present bill, private in nature, was the Commerce Minister, besides several portfolios. His present-day Union Ministry of Commerce is having separate committee to promote cow meat, that is beef, export and its expansion of the export activity. Have we ever really looked at? We are not addressing the real issues. We are giving just emotional tinge to the aspects with which we can polarize, we can exploit, we can divert. There are several extraordinary breeds in India, but today we could find the cow breed only in properly promoted and very well established mutt owning, that too mutt owning, trust owning Goshalas. Why this situation is happening? Why we are so much unconcerned towards the protection of those breeds? To find such breeds, we need to travel to Vrindavan. We need to travel to Kanheri Mutt of Kolhapur, Maharashtra. We need to travel to several parts of Gujarat. But we are not regularly seeing them in our fields and in our homes. This Jersey cow is becoming a burden to the farmer. Come on, give the answer to the small farmers who are facing with their poverty in feeding those cows which are not giving any milk anymore. This situation has to be properly looked at. Cow is always having the spiritual highness in Indian Vedic livelihood. Yes, cow will sustain to have the respect and it will also continue to have the nutritional value. But can this Food Authority of India ensure the present day pocketed milk is having anywhere near the value of the cow milk? We have to have the holistic view towards total cow population. Cow protection encompasses the protection of the farmers, those are having the cows. We need to look at that angle, and a blind authority without any role to really execute on the ground is not going to help in any way other than highlighting and making some political statement. Let the Kamadhenu, let the cow does not become political tool, political animal. Let us focus about the health of the cow instead of diverting it to the political agenda. I plead the union government to look at the farmers' issues, those who are having the cow in their rearing, for their supporting, and so that they can safely continue to sustain the cow population in our rural milieu. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Rapalu. Shri Ram Kumar Verma.
माननीय उपसभापति महोदय, देश के सामने आज नहीं लेकिन आदिकाल से भी और बहुत समय से एक गाय की रक्षा कैसे हो, जो पशुधन के रूप में भारतीय संस्कृति का एक अंग है, उसमें समावेश है, उसको माँ के रूप में माना है, माता के रूप में माना है और उसको बहुत ही उपयोगी माना है। और हमारे इस भारतीय समाज में पहले भी प्राचीन काल से भी, जब हम स्वतंत्र नहीं थे और जब हम स्वतंत्रता के बाद भी, हर धर्म ने, हर जाति ने, हर वर्ग ने गाय को बहुत महत्व दिया है। हमारे सांसद महोदय ने एक विधेयक के रूप में आज ये प्रस्तुत किया है कि ऐसा कानून बने जिसमें गाय को प्रोटेक्शन मिले। बहुत ही निश्चित है कि वाजिब बात है। संविधान के चैप्टर अगर 3 और 4 में हम देखें, फंडामेंटल राइट्स और राज्य के नीति निर्देशक तत्वों की बात करें, और देश जब 1950 में लागू हुआ, उससे पहले 26 नवंबर 1949 को संविधान निर्माताओं ने ड्राफ्ट कमेटी के चेयरमैन और विशेष रूप से जिन्होंने मेहनत की, जिसको पूरा देश और ये संसद भी उसको संविधान निर्माता बनाए हैं, डॉक्टर BR अम्बेडकर जी ने, उस समय इन फंडामेंटल राइट्स और नीति निर्देशक तत्वों के तहत यही परिकल्पना नहीं ये था कि आने वाले समय में पूरे भारत के विभिन्न जो तरह की समस्या, और जो विशेष रूप से दलित है, पिछड़े हैं, गरीब है, किसान है, और हर वर्ग के लिए उसके अंदर प्रोविजंस आर्टिकल्स के तहत में उल्लेख किया, पशुधन को भी उसमें किया, और आर्टिकल संविधान में किया तो मैंडेटरी हैं। मैं नहीं समझता कि उनके लिए कोई कानून बनाने की जरूरत थी, लेकिन कानून की आवश्यकता इसलिए हुई कि संवैधानिक प्रोविजन होने के बावजूद भी, स्पष्टता होने के बावजूद भी, मानव जाति में और मानव धर्म और भारतीय संस्कृति में जिसमें करुणा है, दया है, निबल को सबल को निर्बल की सहायता करनी है, ये हमारे समावेश है भावों के अंदर। लेकिन दुर्भाग्य ये रहा कि वो इश्यू बना और वो नहीं मिला। आज मैं यूँ कहना चाहता हूँ, इसी से संबंधित यूँ कि गाय भी एक बेचारी हो गई है। पशुधन में सर मैं ये निवेदन करना, कुछ संवेदना का विषय है, और मैं चूंकि गांव का उस परिवारों से आता हूं जिसमें गोधन भी देखा है, और जिसके अंदर गरीब और पिछड़े लोगों का जीवन यापन देखते हैं, किस तरह से करते हैं, उनकी मानसिकता किस तरह का जीवन है उसको भी देखता हूं, लोग किस तरह से राजनीति का उसको पहलू बना लेते हैं। इसी तरह से गाय का धन हमें मालूम है, गाय इतना पवित्र धन है जिसको कि हमने कहते हैं कि इसको धर्म से जोड़ा गया है। इसको हर वर्ग हमारे भारत देश के अंदर, चाहे वो मुस्लिम है, चाहे हिंदू है, चाहे वो ईसाई है, चाहे वो जैन है, चाहे बौद्ध है, गाय को शुरू से उसने बहुत ही महत्व दिया है। कारण ये था कि गाय एक ऐसा पशु है जिसको कि सांसद महोदय ने उनके विधेयक जो पेश किया है उसमें भी उल्लेख किया है, स्पष्ट किया है, उसकी महत्वता उसके प्रत्येक अंग की है, प्रत्येक उसकी जो उससे हमें प्राप्त होता है।
श्री जावेद अली खान
सर, आई एम देयर। माननीय उपसभापति जी, मैं ये कहना चाहता हूं कि गाय निश्चित रूप से एक महत्वपूर्ण पशु है। इसका और इसके नाम का रत्ती भर भी दुरुपयोग हिंदुस्तान के अंदर किसी राजनीतिक उद्देश्य को पूर्ति करने के लिए नहीं होना चाहिए। ये व्यवस्था सरकार को करनी चाहिए और सुब्रमण्यम स्वामी जी ने जो बिल पेश किया है उसको सरकार को मान्यता देनी चाहिए। दूसरी बात मैं ये कहना चाहता हूं कि ये शक्ति गाय की ही है। मैं उसके मूत्र की पवित्रता और उसके गोबर की गुणवत्ता पर नहीं जाना चाहता, लेकिन यह शक्ति गाय की है कि जो लोग बाबर की औलादों से बदला लेने की बात करते हैं, आज सदन के अंदर उन्होंने बाबर और बहादुर शाह जफर को भी प्रेज किया। इसलिए मैं गाय को सलाम करता हूं। गाय मेरी मान्यता है, जितनी उपयोगी है और समाज के सभी वर्गों के लोग गाय को बरसों बरस से, और मेरे ख्याल से तो जब से मानव जाति का इतिहास है, गाय के संपर्क में रहे हैं और गाय का लाभ लेते रहे हैं। इसलिए हमारे देश में गाय को तत्काल राष्ट्रीय पशु घोषित करना चाहिए, कोई इसमें संदेह नहीं। और दूसरी बात मैं ये कहना चाहता हूं कि गाय के साथ जो दुर्व्यवहार होता है, कैसा दुर्व्यवहार कि उसे गाय के मांस का कारोबार करने के लिए बेच दिया जाता है। मैं ये चाहता हूं कि इस बिल के अंदर प्रावधान हो या सरकार कोई ऐसी व्यवस्था करे कि ऐसी व्यवस्था हो कि गाय के पालन पोषण का काम जन्म से लेकर के गाय की मृत्यु तक ये व्यक्तियों के हाथ में न दिया जाए। गाय के पालन को उद्योग का तरह दर्जा दिया जाए और उसको राष्ट्रीयकृत किया जाए। सरकार गाय का पालन पोषण और संरक्षण करे। और जब ये हमारी भावनाओं से जुड़ी हुई है, जब ये हमारी संस्कृति से जुड़ी हुई है, तो ये काम करना चाहिए। और गाय के साथ अगर उसे किसी मांस के व्यापारी को कोई व्यक्ति बेचता हुआ पाया जाए, डिटरेंट की आप बात करते हैं, भय कायम करने की बात करते हैं, तो यह भी निश्चित कीजिए कि उस गाय के बारे में पूरी तफ्तीश होनी चाहिए कि यह किसके घर में पैदा हुई थी और किसने इसे मांस व्यापारी तक पहुंचाया है। उसको भी सजा देनी चाहिए। सिर्फ मांस भक्षण करने वालों को और मांस का व्यापार करने वालों को ही सजा नहीं देनी चाहिए। और फिर मैं तो यहां तक कहता हूं, दुनिया के अंदर जिन देशों में भी गाय भक्षण या मांस का व्यापार होता है, उनके साथ अपने राजनयिक संबंधों पर विचार कीजिए और यह निश्चित करिए कि गाय का दुरुपयोग नहीं किया जाएगा, न समाज के किसी वर्ग के खिलाफ, न किसी राजनीतिक दल के खिलाफ। और जरा उन पे भी गौर फरमाइए कि जब आप या सरकार कहीं गाय के बारे में कुछ सही बात कहती है, कहीं कोई ये विषय चर्चा में आता है, तो आपकी ही कतारों से गाय के मांस की उपयोगिता बताने के लिए लोग खड़े हो जाते हैं, मंत्रिमंडल तक से। हम आपके साथ हैं। गाय का दुरुपयोग मत होने दीजिए। गाय हमारा राष्ट्रीय प्राणी है, उसे तत्काल घोषित करवाइए। बहुत बहुत
गौ संरक्षण निजी विधेयक 2017 पर चर्चा करते हुए सांसदों ने गाय के दूध, गोबर और मूत्र के औषधीय गुण के साथ साथ गाय के प्रति लोगों की धार्मिक आस्था का भी जिक्र किया। साथ ही ये भी चेताया कि गायों की सेहत पर ध्यान देना जरूरी है। वहीं सदस्यों ने गौ रक्षा के नाम पर हो रही राजनीति पर भी चिंता जताई। संसद संवाद के अगले अंक में गौ संरक्षण विधेयक 2017 पर बाकी सांसदों की राय और ग्रामीण विकास मंत्री की चर्चा में हस्तक्षेप के साथ फिर हाजिर होंगे। तब तक के लिए दीजिए इजाजत। नमस्कार।
when I am speaking about preventing the killing of a cow, I am only talking about Bos indicus. It is this cow which is specialized in its quality of its milk and its urine and its cow dung. Now, I wanted a law to come, and I want the government to seriously consider putting a cess, a voluntary cess, for the purpose of ensuring that cows are looked after they cease to give milk.